Hey you guys, welcome back to Just Sharing with Nine. Today I wanted to talk about caregiver stress and ways to help you manage that stress. It is an inevitable thing that we all will go through as being caregivers for our loved ones, as we are trying to manage our own lives, their lives, work if it is, school if it is, all of that, right? So everyone always says, or if you may have heard, that it's very important to take care of yourself first, because if you don't, how can you take care of anyone else? I think about every time I fly, right, when you're on the airplane and they talk about when the bag comes down with the oxygen, and they always tell you what first: put your mask on before helping your child or that individual that may not be able to do it themselves, because if you don't have no oxygen, you can't help somebody else get any. So being a caregiver for the last, oh Lord, I keep forgetting the time frame, but we'll just say since 2016, keep it easy, it's 2022, y'all do the math yourself. But I really did not tune in to needing to find my outlets probably until about 2 years in, to be honest. A lot of that was due to my friends just being honest with me and saying, you need to take a break. What are you doing for yourself? And I was like, no, I'm good. At the time, I'm working my 40 plus hours as a physical therapist. I was a clinic director. I had 7 employees under me. I'm living in the house with my parents, taking care of both of them, their medical appointments, let alone my own, taking care of my dog. Boom, boom, bam, all of that. Also being a part, active in my sorority, in the church. I was like, I'm good. I hadn't even hit 40 yet. I'm good. I got this. Wrong. That's why I took the pause. Wrong. It wasn't until someone said, you are literally burning the candle at both ends. And I looked and I was like, I just want to breathe. How do I though? Because as caregivers, I think we feel guilty if we stop doing for our loved ones to do something for ourselves, right? Because we made this sacrifice to be there for them for whatever they need, whenever they need. It wasn't until I finally just started my own counseling, and then talking to my counselor along with my friends, my support system, where I said, okay, let me try finding something that I really love to do and going wherever just to do that, right? For me, it started with just being outside, which is why I'm outside today to do this video. But walking the dog with my music and us going to the park if we could, first thing in the morning or right in the evening before dinner, that was my peace. I was like, it felt so good just to do something for myself and to be out in nature, taking the fresh air, breathe out the negativity and the toxins that I had been holding in, whether it be from work, whether it be from, I don't know, one of the parents kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. And that's funny to say, right? Because as caregivers, again, we don't want to talk bad about our loved ones because we're helping them. But let's be real, like for real, let's be real. At times, things get on our nerves. We're human, right? We're human. So it's understandable. And if you haven't walked in the shoes of a caregiver, you truly don't understand. But walking was something for me. Then that turned into, okay, it's getting cold outside because I'm not going to be out in the snow doing this. So what can I do inside that allows me still to woo-saw? That turned in for me. I did the coloring books at times. There were times I just sat and played video games on my phone. Like Candy Crush was back in the game for real. And just sat and played for an hour and just chilled, didn't even care. Or if it was, sitting down and watching a movie, like get your blanket, if it's a glass of wine, if it's the bowl of popcorn, and if it's once everybody's asleep, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, movie time. If you fall asleep on it, you fall asleep on it. I had to find something for myself. And those things that I found for myself changed over the years. COVID then hit in the midst of me being a caregiver. So it's like now you're in the house with your loved one 24/7. because I had planned to change jobs. Then COVID hit, the world shut down for a little bit. So I'm like, ooh, yep, I'm gonna have to find something, because I'm with y'all now all the time. I don't even have the outlet of going to work to breathe. But and that turned into crafting for me. I've always loved crafts. I'm very much into taking pictures, and I would get these ideas of different crafts, and I'm sitting there looking on Pinterest, and I was like, ooh, Christmas is my favorite holiday. Well, fall is my favorite season, Christmas is my favorite holiday. But anyway, I digress. I would see these ornament wreaths, and I'm like, I could do that. So I up one night, I literally was up, I think probably till like 1 o'clock in the morning, making this ornament wreath, and I was like, oh my God, this thing is so beautiful. Maybe it lasted for like a week or so, because it fell from how I had it hung, but I learned from my mistake. And after that, it took off. In the year, I think it was the year 2020, I ended up doing 30 ornament wreaths. It turned into a little business for myself. Like, never expected that, but that was my woo-saw. Like, I would put my headphones on, I could do ornaments at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning and just be doing it. But it was my time. And that's what I just want to say. Find what you can do for yourself. If you are a book reader, take that book, go sit on the patio, lay in the grass. If you can go to a park and someone will sit with your loved one, even if you just ask, hey, I just have an errand to run, and they will sit with your loved one for an hour, no more than 2, and you really don't have nothing to do, just go somewhere, right? If you get the privilege, which I did once, of doing a staycation, so which is where you go, find a hotel, check in, and don't check out until like 2 days later, and sit in that hotel room, order in if you want, bring food if you want, and just chill and do nothing. You will be amazed how refreshed you will be, just to at least keep going, because you need to keep going. You want to keep going, but you have to take care of yourself to be able to keep going. So I could continue to say a ton of different things: yoga, meditation, exercise classes. There are a ton now since COVID. Everybody and their mama got classes on YouTube, whether it be line dancing, shake the pounds off, the yoga, the chair exercise, the walk aerobics, kickboxing, boxing, whatever the case may be. There's stuff out there. But you have to say, guess what? This is my time. And if you need to make it a part of a schedule, which is what I had to do, the same with counseling, it became a part of my schedule. So yes, I worked, 8 to 6, 9 to 6, whatever, working with the family, making sure dinner, bam, when it hit like that 9 o'clock, 9 to 10, my time. If it had to be 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., my time. Whatever it is, do that for yourself. Otherwise, you will keep burning that candle down to there is no wick. And we don't want that. We don't want that. We want you to keep thriving, keep living, keep enjoying life, keep pouring all that love that you are pouring into your loved one that you are caring for, but you also got to pour it into yourself. And so by whatever means you can, if it starts the first week that you only can do 30 minutes a day, do 30 minutes a day. Don't short yourself and sit there, well, I just did. But guess what? You just did. That's more than what you could have said that you did the week before, right? So figure out ways to help manage your stress. Counseling, honestly, I can't speak. I can continue to speak about counseling, and I will, is a great avenue for caregivers. And we need to have someone else that we can talk to. I have a counselor. I am in 2 different support groups on Facebook, on social media, and it feels so good just to be open and honest about what I'm feeling. Because sometimes my friends who have not experienced caregiving for their loved one, they don't understand. If I sit there and say to them, oh Lord, he pissed me off today, like, nah. And they're like, oh, but he loves you. I ain't say nothing about he didn't love me and I ain't love him. Let's just keep it real. I just am saying about that situation was challenging or bothersome to me, or just worked my last nerve on top of whatever else might have been going on. And it's no difference if you think about it those friends that that have children and talk to their friends that have children, because they understand, right? They understand when that 2-year-old or that 16-year-old works your ever-loving nerves. That doesn't mean you don't love them or that you love them less. It's just a challenge that you're going through, right? So find that support system, that network of people, even if it's social media. Like I said, that surprised me how much comfort I received being able to talk openly about my good days and my bad days being a caregiver. And I had people in other countries saying, I understand, this is a safe space. Yes, my so-and-so did the same thing. Oh, yep, I totally get you. You are, just even that, right, makes you feel like I am not in this by myself. So yeah, caregiver stress, don't let it take you out. Don't let it make you lose hair, lose sleep. You know, losing weight ain't a bad thing if it's a healthy weight loss. But we want to make sure also that we're managing our stress properly. I did turn into some kind of little bad habits that I can honestly say where it was, yep, I'm having wine like every night, different, whatever. Then, you know, if I'm having a bad day, it might be a little harder liquor instead of just wine. I'm not doing that now because I learned how to manage my stress. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to share today. It's been on my heart, and I'm like, I gotta get this out. I gotta say something, and I hope it's received. I hope it's understood. I did share on my channel a couple of even 5-minute meditation videos versus a 30-minute. Let me tell you, to sit there, turn off your lights, put on your candles, and just do a 30-minute meditation is like the most relaxed I have ever been, and just been able to zen, find that chill space. But also I had that with a 5-minute when I stepped into the bathroom at work because I thought I was about to pull my hair out. So I got the same relief, you know what I'm saying, while I was in the midst of something and after something. So don't knock it till you try it is what I'm trying to say. Because some folks will say, oh, it doesn't work. Well, when did you try it? You didn't, did you? Same way, you know, we're not going to get into that. But just give it a try. That's all I want to say. Try it. Do it for you. Do it for you. And do it for your loved one. If you love being a caregiver and you truly love taking care of that person, then you need to love and take care of yourself first. So that's all I have today, you guys, for just sharing with Nine Eye. And I hope to see you back next time. You all be blessed and take care. Peace out.